Hi everyone, my name is Katerina. I'm an occupational therapist with the Windsor Essex Community Health Center. Welcome to Level 1 Range of Motion exercise video. So in this video, we will be doing some exercise to help increase that range of motion on your more affected side. So the equipment that you'll need basically is a lightweight stick. So this was a broom handle, and I just took off the brush bit. Something else lightweight, your cane, a golf club, whatever you've got in your home. So we will be using something like this for part of the exercise program, but otherwise we'll just be using our own body weight for these exercises, okay? Please ensure that you've got a bottle of water if you need it beside you close by, that you're sat up in a sturdy chair without wheels. I'm just using a dining room chair here. You don't want anyone sliding away. And just make sure that you're wearing comfortable clothing and some sort of closed-toe shoe just to protect your feet and to make sure that we're sitting up nice and tall with our feet flat on the floor. Okay, so the first exercise, we're just going to start warming up our shoulders. We're going to do the shoulder shrug. So if you can, I'd like both arms down at your sides, trying to get full extension at those elbows if possible. And what we're going to do is we're just going to shrug our shoulders up, trying to get our shoulders to touch our ears and then back down. Okay, so we're trying to squeeze those shoulders up to our ears, and then we're reaching our hands down for the floor. Excellent. Okay, so let's try to do 5 to 10 repetitions of each of these exercises. Just squeeze, try to hold it up there, and then come straight back down. Okay, so shoulders, really trying to only use our shoulders, not trying to lean our bodies from side to side and then coming back down, reaching for the floor. Excellent. Let's do a few more. Okay, so we're going all the way up. We're trying to squeeze, hold, and then come back down. Now let's alternate. So let's just bring the right one up to your ear and back down, and then the left one up to your ear and back down. Excellent. So I really want you to concentrate on trying to get your shoulder to move, okay? We really want you to work both sides, but definitely if you're using this video, right, we're working on trying to incorporate and get some more range of motion into that more affected limb, whether it's your right side or your left side. Good job. Okay, shake that out. The next one we're going to do is when we're going to do the shoulder blade squeeze. So if you imagine my hands as your shoulder blades, when we're squeezing, they're coming together at the back and then relaxing, okay? So try to imagine getting those shoulder blades to squeeze together and then relax. So this one's good just to help extend, right? To help so that we're getting full lung capacity, so that we're sort of, better posture. We spend so much of the day like this. We really want to open it up at the chest and squeeze those shoulder blades together. Okay, so elbows at your sides. So just from the side you can see me, okay? You're just going to bring your elbows back, like you're pointing them to the back of the room, and then you're going to squeeze those shoulder blades. And then you're going to come forward like you're giving yourself a hug. So you're really rolling those shoulders forward when you're coming into the hug, and then you're rolling those shoulders back when you're squeezing those shoulder blades together, okay? So you're coming forward and you're squeezing back. If you do have a caregiver or someone helping you, they can definitely help hold the weaker side, but you definitely want to be initiating the movement with that more affected, weaker arm, okay? Excellent, then you're coming back forward, and then we're squeeze those shoulder blades together. A good way also to do these exercises is to do them in front of a mirror, right? That way you can see yourself, and then you can see sort of your left versus your right, where those shoulders are in space. Excellent. And you really want to remember to breathe. I don't want you holding your breath. when you're doing these exercises. We need to get the oxygen to those muscles. Good. Relax. We're going to do one more. Squeeze. Try to get those elbows back. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. Good. And relax. Good job. So for the next few, we're going to use the stick. So I'm going to give you a minute. Grab the broom handle, your cane, something lightweight, okay, nothing really heavy. And what I would like is to have your fingers over the bar and your thumb tucked underneath. So if you can get that grasp, hand, fingers over the stick, and then the thumb tucks behind. Really, if we can get shoulder width apart, okay, and we'll start with resting the bar on our laps, okay? Once everybody's ready, I want you to roll your shoulders back, making sure you're sitting up nice and tall, and we're going to do shoulder circles. So we're going to start going forward, sort of like we're rowing a boat, okay? So I really want you to work on trying to get both of those shoulders moving around, okay? So we're pulling them back and then pushing them forward. Pulling them back, pushing them forward. This is the optimal grasp if you can get here, okay? But the modifications would be to hold your hands closer together. And then your other modification is if you've got that hand that's sliding off, that the stronger hand would just come on top and then help guide. But you really want both of those arms working, okay? Not just the stronger arm, right? This video is to help get range of motion and strength into the limb that's more affected. Good. So we're going to go a few more, really trying to exaggerate at those shoulders. Good. Awesome. Rest on your lap for a minute, and then we're going to go backwards, right? So again, now we're pulling back first and then reaching forward. Okay, so you're pulling it back like we're rowing backwards. Okay, really trying to get it as close to your body as possible, and then reaching out towards the computer screen or the television, okay? Whatever device you're watching this video on, you want to reach for it and then come all the way back. Really reach, exaggerate, okay? Really exaggerate, trying to move those shoulders. Good job, warming everything up. Good, one more. Awesome. Again, resting on your lap. Readjust your hand if you need to, okay? Good job. The next one we're going to do is let's start with the bar close to our stomachs. And all we're going to do is we're going to keep the stick on our lap, okay? And we're going to push it forward. So I like to imagine that you're ironing, right? So let's go back to when we used to iron everything. And you're just trying to straighten those elbows, pushing your hands forward, right? But you're using your lap so that your arms don't have to hold the stick up right now. Okay, so what we're trying to do is push. We're trying to push some weight into those legs and then pull them back, right? If you imagine an iron, you definitely have to put a little bit of force through that iron, right? As well as a little bit of steam to get those wrinkles out. So what I like to see is you reaching as far as you can. I can't quite reach my knees, my arms are short, and then you're pulling those elbows back, okay? So you're reaching as far as you can, and then you're pulling those elbows back. I don't want you bending at the body. I just want those arms moving, okay? So again, it doesn't have to be a huge movement, but really concentrate on that more affected, weaker side and try to push through that side and see if the other side can follow, okay? Really concentrate again, even if it means closing your eyes, if it means putting a mirror in front so you can watch yourself. I want you to push through that weaker hand, push, push, push. Try to iron out all those wrinkles. Perfect. Good job. And then pull it back. Okay. The next one we're going to do, okay, again, readjust your hands, making sure that your thumbs are tucked underneath. This time, we're going to bring it up to our chest, okay? Once you've got it at your chest, I want you to push it forward, trying to straighten up at those elbows, and then pull it back, and then back down, okay? So let's try that combination again. We're going up to our chest. So this way, we're trying to pull your elbows up, pretend there's like a string on your elbow and it's pulling it up, and then you're pushing towards the computer or the television screen, you're pulling it back, and then you're pushing it back down. Okay, so let's try that again. Up, out, in, down. Good. Up, out, in, down. If you want to count or say in, out, back, down with me, that ensures that you're breathing. Again, we don't want you holding your breath while you're doing these exercises. And you can always take a break. You can press pause, which is nice on these videos, right? And then just continue when you're ready. One more, out, in, up. Good. Okay, excellent. This time, we're going to try to lift this bar up as far as we can. Okay, can we get it to our shoulder height? Can you get it to your chin? Can you get it to your eyebrows? And then back down. Okay, let's just see. So really try to concentrate. How far up can I get this bar? Can you get it to your chest? Can you get it to your shoulders? Can you get it to your mouth, your nose, your eyebrows? And then back down. Okay, so I just really want you to reach out in front. Reach, reach, reach. Try to get that bar out as far as you can. How far can you go? And then straight back down. Good job. Again, at any point, you can take a break, okay? But I'm going to just show you. Good job. Again, some of you may be able to do 3. Some of you may be able to do 10, okay? You just go at your own pace and you take a break when you need it. Let's try one more. Up, 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 get it up if you can, good. And straight back down. Awesome, good job. All right, the next one we're gonna keep the stick, okay? Again, just change your grasp if you need to, readjust. This time, I'd like you to keep your left hand on your lap, and just the right arm's gonna come up, okay? So it's sort of like I'm gonna draw an X. So I'm gonna, on a diagonal, right? So I've got my right arm up, and then I'm going to go down, and then my left arm is going to come up. Okay? So again, try to get that left hand to be stuck to your hip or your thigh there, excuse me, and then you're bringing the right arm up. You can bring that elbow up, stretching it out, and then you're going to push the right down and get the left one up. Okay? So let's just try side to side. Good. Again, just trying to get some movement in all the different directions in our shoulder, elbow. Good. Okay, if your hands are here, it's going to look a little bit different, right? Because we don't have much space. But I really want you to concentrate on at least trying to bring up one side at a time and the other side. That way, you know for sure that you're trying to activate with one arm at a time. Okay, so you're really trying to work. Yes, exactly. Okay, good job. Good. All right, the next one we're going to do, we're going to, again, make sure our hands are nice, if we can, shoulder width apart. Now we're going to go out to the side. Okay, so I'd like you to reach out to your right side as far as you can. Good, and then back on your lap. So again, we'll do just the right side for now. Okay, so right arm is trying to come straight out, and the left arm is coming across, trying to push that stick. Good. Good job. So we're going to do a few of these. Good. I really want you to reach, reach, reach. Try to get as much movement as you can. Okay? Concentrate. Try to really use that arm. Good. Okay. Now we're going to go the opposite way, right? So now the left arm is straight and the right arm's coming across. Nice work. Good. Okay. So again, you always have modifications, right? If your arms are close, it's going to look a little bit different, but you really want to try. What we're doing is getting one arm away from our body and the other arm is pushing across, right? Good. One more. Good. Excellent. Okay. Stick is back on our laps. This time, Again, readjust. What I'd like you to do is, let's say the left hand close to our body. So, yep. And then the right arm is still staying on our leg, but it's pushing the stick forward. So again, we're kind of in a diagonal pattern, but this time we're just keeping our hands on our laps. Okay, so now my right hand is back and my left hand is forward. So again, let's just try, see if we can move this, okay? That's why if you can try to get your hands apart, right, you'll have a little bit more range. If your hands are here, the movement's not going to be as big, but I'd really like, again, just trying to get that wrist moving. Good job. Okay? So one, and then the other one. So you're pushing forward with one arm, and the other elbow is coming back. So this one I'm pushing with my left, pulling back with my right, pushing with my right, pulling back with my left. Okay? Good job. Good. Okay. We will reposition now. Let's put the stick between our feet. Okay, can everyone do that? If you need to, depending on what you have, you can put it between your feet, hold it there so you know that it doesn't move. Okay, and we are going to put our more affected hand around the stick. So again, trying to get those fingers in front, the thumb wrapped around. Okay, and then the stronger hand can sit underneath. That's going to keep the hand from falling off if you're not able to get a strong grip. Okay, so first one, we're just going to lift up the stick and then push it down into the ground. Okay, it's not just lifting it up, putting it down. Once you put it on the ground, I want you to push it into the ground a little bit, pushing some force. Again, trying to weight bear, put some weight into that hand and then release. Okay, so hopefully you don't have too soft of a floor, but what you want is, like if there was something on the floor that you were trying, maybe putting like a hole into your garden, you want to push and then bring it back up. Okay, so I'm pushing down, push, 1, 2, 3, relax, bring it back up. Okay, so you push, 1, 2, 3, pull it back up. Push, like pretend you found $20, you got your cane on there, don't let somebody else grab that $20, right? Don't let it fly away. Push, and then bring it up so you can grab it, right? Good, yeah. Push, and pull it up. Okay, now same thing, but we're gonna do it on the right side. So you're gonna push down on the right, and then pull it back up. Excuse me, push down on the right, pull it back up, push down on the right, pull it back up. Good. Now can we go to the left side? Do the same thing. Push and bring it up. Push, really focusing on trying to get that hand. If I imagined it was my left hand, see if you can do this. So whether it's, if your left hand is the weaker side, try just holding the stick with just the left and giving a little push. Can you do that? Good. Or if it's your right hand that's the weaker one, just try just the right hand and then giving it a push. See if you can just use that hand, give it a push so that you know that stronger hand isn't doing all the work, right? Good job. Okay. We will now, we're going to hold the stick out in front of us, okay? And what I want you to do is we're just going to try to pulse it in front, okay? So both hands again on the stick in front. And I want you to just try to pulse it. So it looks like this. I'm just going up and down a little bit. Good. And then as we do it, try to lower it down all the way to our knees. Okay, so again, reposition your hands, get that thumb underneath. We're going to try to bring it up, and we're just going to pulse. Oh, just little tiny movements as we come up, and then all the way back down. Good job. Can we try that one again? So let's just bring it up, pulse it up, pulse. So it's slow and controlled. Really don't forget to breathe. Good, one more time. Pulse it up. Don't forget to breathe. Good job. Okay, so for the second part of the video, we don't have to use the stick anymore, so you can put that away. Okay, I'm just gonna put it here. Good job. We'll just use the weight of our arms for the next, and we can do that. Okay, let's interlace our fingers. Okay, if you can do that, that's one option. If you have difficulty with that, you can just grab your hands, right? Like you're shaking your hand. The other option is to grab the thumb of that weaker hand, okay? So you know what functional level you're at, so you do what you can do. Okay, so we are going to try to get those arms straight out in front of us, and we're just gonna go side to side, okay? So we're reaching to the left and reaching to the right. Trying not to twist our bodies, just moving those shoulders. So level 1 would be up here, okay, if you can tolerate that. The other option is to do it lower, right, in front of our chest or stomach, bending the elbows a little bit and going side to side, okay? So if you can, side to side, try not to, you don't want to twist like our whole body, right? We're not twisting. We're just moving our shoulders side to side. Okay, so we've got a few different options. You decide on what you can do. We're going side to side. Good job. Okay. So, awesome. Again, remembering to breathe. All right, the next one we're going to do is we're going to stir the pot. Let's pretend we're making chili or soup or tomato sauce. Okay, how about ice cream? We're going to churn, right? We're going to really try to stir. Let's go clockwise, really trying to reach out and pull it back. So reaching those arms out and then pulling it back. Good job. Good job. Now let's try going the opposite way. Okay, so really try to go around again, right? You can do 3 of these, 5 of these, 10 of these. Just go at your own pace. You always have the option of pausing it, taking a sip of water when you need it. Good job. Good. Okay. Rest your hands in your lap. We're still going to keep them together. Okay, readjust if you need to. This time, what we're going to do is we're going to do those diagonal patterns again. What I'd like to do is reach for your left shoulder and then swing it down to your right hip. Okay, so if you play baseball or if you golf or something like that, right? Let's pretend, I know the technique isn't great because I don't play either of those sports, but we're going to hold it on our shoulder and we're going to swing it down to the opposite hip. Okay, so left shoulder, right hip. Left shoulder, right hip, right? Or an axe, I guess, right? We could be cutting some wood, axe throwing. Good. Okay, nice and controlled, really reaching as far over your shoulder as possible and then to that hip. Good. Now we're going to switch, right? So right shoulder, left hip. Right shoulder, left hip. Good job. Right, left. Excellent. Okay. Really trying to get that full range of motion across. Good. Good job. Good. All right. Next we're going to do is we're just going to try to reach for our chest and then straighten out the arms. So you're bending at the elbow, reaching for your chest. So from the side, it looks like this. Okay. Good. So reach for your chest and then back out. Good, I guess for this one, you could almost be doing like a volleyball, right? But then we're bending up and then coming out like we'd hit a volleyball. Hitting and then coming back to our chest. So we're just bending at the elbow. Good. Awesome. Good job. All right. Okay, now let's take our hands apart. Stretch out those fingers if you need to, okay? Good. And we're going to do a few more exercises. Again, I'll give you some modifications. I'll show you what the movement looks like, and then I'll show you how to do it if you're doing it on your own and you need some help with that range of motion, or if you have someone there to help you stretch through, that's great too. Okay, so again, let's sit up nice and tall. Good job, everybody's feet are nice and flat. we're going to do external rotation, which is that slow clap that we like to do, right? So our elbows are tucked at our side. So it's like a 90-degree. Okay, so my elbow's here, tucked at my side. Only my forearm is hinging in and out. Okay, so we're opening up. My shoulders they stay here. My elbows stay to my sides, and just my forearms are coming in together like a slow clap and then out. So our palms are facing the screen, and then our palms are coming facing each other. Okay, so this is the movement, right? And then I'll show you with my left. I'm trying to open my arm up as much as I can, trying to pull it away from my stomach, and then my stronger hand can come across and help stretch it out. Okay, give it that extra stretch. If you have someone there to help you, I want you to open up that arm as much as you can on your own, and then someone can come and help and give you that extra stretch, okay? Then I want you, again, on your own, bringing both of those arms back in, pulling them out. Pull them out as much as you can before getting help from that stronger side or from someone else. Okay, you really want to initiate that movement coming out as much as you can tolerate, and then pull it back in, right? The movements each go out and come back in. Okay, so I want you working in both directions. Coming out, coming back in. Good. Pull out, come back in. Okay, again, so keeping that shoulder, trying to rotate, squeezing those shoulder blades together, trying to get those forearms to the front and back in. Great, squeeze those shoulder blades. Good, try to get that arm out. Come back in. Squeeze. Get those elbows back, shoulder blades. Good. Okay, let's do a few more. Good job. Good. Okay. Now, let's do the next few. We're going to have our hands at our sides. Okay. Really try to get a straight arm. And I'm going to turn just so you can see how I'd like your arm to be at the side. Okay. And what we're going to do is when I say go, we're going to try to bring our arm up, 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 up. We're trying to get it up as high as we can. And then we're bringing it all the way back down, trying to reach for the back of the room. Okay. So when you're ready, get those arms positioned beside you, and you're going to reach, okay? Go. Reach, 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 reach. Try to get those arms out in front. Good. And then you're going to bring them all the way back, okay? The modification for this one, as my left arm is coming out as far as it can reach. Oh, I need some help. So the stronger hand is then going to come and help hold it up. I'm going to let go, and that arm is going to come all the way back down on its own if it can, okay? Really, really important to initiate that movement. You want to reach, get that arm up, get it up, 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 as high as you can, and then help, okay? And then once you've stretched it out to where you can tolerate, I want to see if you can control that arm back all the way, okay? Again, you might do this 3 times, you might do this 8 times, okay? But I really want you to use that more effective hand, that weaker hand. Good. Okay, so we're getting it up, 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 and then I'm going to help. I'm going to let go, and then I'm going to bring that arm back down. Good. Okay. So again, if you've got a caregiver there, they can help. But I want you to move that arm as much as you can first before getting that assistance, okay? And then, just like with the other movement, I want you to do the work bringing that arm back down. Good job. So up, let's use the right one. I get this up as far as I can go, and then my left arm's gonna help, okay? And then I'm gonna let go, and then that arm's gonna come all the way back down, nice and controlled. One more time, 1, 2, 3, go. Up, 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 get it up. Good, then give it a little bit of a good, and then all the way back down. Excellent. Again, don't hold your breath, okay? Nice and controlled, take a sip of water if you need to. The next one we're going to do is when we're coming out to the side. So make sure you've got space. Okay, so this is the movement we'd like. Again, hands at your sides, elbows straight. You're coming out, opening up, right? Getting that arm away from your body, trying to open up to shoulder height, and then coming back down. So the modifications are to bend the elbow and get your arms up like this and back down. Okay, really just trying to open up here at the shoulder. Good. Coming up and down, right? Trying to lift the shoulder, the elbows up. And if you can get here, then you can straighten out your arm. Okay, if you can get your arm open a little bit, and then the other hand can help stretch it out. And again, I'd like you to let it go so that you take that extra time to bring it back in. Okay, so we're going up. Maybe I can't get it any further, but I can help stretch it out with the stronger side. Again, if there's pain, back it off, okay? You shouldn't be increasing your pain with these exercises. So if it doesn't feel right, I don't want you to do it, okay? So we're reaching out, and then we're coming back in. Okay, so again, imagine like we're flying, right? So we're flying out, and then we're gonna come back in. Good job. Out, right? Or maybe it looks like this. Out, little chicken wings. Good. Okay, or it's coming out, and then I'm going to give it a little bit of a hand, and then I'm going to squeeze it back in. Good job. Out and back in. Good job. Okay, good. Now, I want to make sure you're sat up nice and tall and both of those feet are planted, okay? And let's see if you've got enough space behind you. The next exercise, we're going to try to get our hands back there. So you may need to scoot yourself forward a little bit. I'll just move my chair so you can see. Okay, so I'm sat sort of in the middle of the chair. So I have space behind me that I can reach my hands. That's what we're going to do next. Okay, so I'm just going to move this back. You're going to sit up nice and tall. Make sure both of those feet are planted, okay? A nice base of support. Hands on your lap to start. What we're going to do is you're going to reach back, okay? So imagine, squeeze those shoulder blades together, pull those elbows back, try to tuck your hands in behind. Let's see if you can do that and if you can grab your hand behind, okay? If you can get to this position, what I'd like you to do is just do a nice gentle stretch here. So reach for the seat of your chair behind you, okay? If your hands are here and you can make it, aim for your hip, okay? So get those hands as far back as you can, whether it's your hip, whether it's your back pocket, like you've got that $20 that you forgot about, right? You wanna grab that, or whether you can get all the way back around. So you've got a few modifications there, all right? So once you're either at your hips, your back pocket, or your arms are together, what we're gonna do is we're gonna stretch them down, okay? And then we're gonna pull them back up. So you're stretching your hands down, trying to reach the seat behind you, right? You should have some space there. Try to reach that, and then you're trying to reach up in between your shoulder blades, okay? So you're coming down, trying to touch the seat behind you. If you're on your sides, you're trying to reach down like you're drawing a line on the side of your body, like a seam or something like that. Good. Okay, those are the 3 options. Good job. While you're here, you can stretch out your neck a little bit, just gently. Okay, just nice and slow, controlled. Again, we spend so much of the day like this, right, doing things in front of us. We really need to take this time to get into that extension and stretch out. Helps with our posture and our breathing. Good. Okay, now I'd like you to release your hands, really concentrating on getting both of those hands back in front on their own. Really try to get that arm back onto your lap. Good. Okay, we're going to do this a few more times. So again, when you're ready, roll your shoulders back, squeeze those shoulder blades, bring those elbows back, tuck your hands, grab your hands behind you if you're able. This time I'd like to draw a circle on your back. So you're doing a nice big circle, again, sitting up nice and tall and try not to move your body. Okay, if you can go clockwise. If you're here at your hips, you're just drawing a big circle on your hip. If you're got your back pocket, draw those big circles there, okay? And then go the opposite direction. That's always harder, right? So if you're going forward, you're going backward. If you're going clockwise, now you're going counterclockwise, okay? Let's do a few of those, good. And now release those hands, again, trying to get that hand back on its own, pull it back forward, good, get it on your lap, good. Good job. We're gonna go back one more time, okay? So sitting up nice and tall, shoulders back, squeeze those shoulder blades, elbows back, tuck your hands, clasp those hands if you can. This time, we're just gonna point our elbows, excuse me. So imagine I'm going to point my elbows to the screen and then I'm pointing my elbows to the back of the room. So it's not a big movement. So I'm pointing my elbows to the front of the room and to the back. So if my hands are here at my hips, my elbows are pointing forward and then rolling back. Forward, back again, like those little chicken wings, right? So back, forward, not a big movement. You don't have to be fast. Okay, we're trying to open up, get into that extension, right? Work on our posture. Good job. Stretching out. Good. Okay, now relax, release those hands, pull them back out in front. Good job. Okay. Now, the next exercise we're going to do is the bicep curls. So take a second, try to get your arms down at your sides. Okay, I'd really like to see your elbow, not bent. Try to straighten out that elbow as much as you can. Good job. Okay, and we're going to get our hands to our shoulders and then our hands all the way down. Hands to our shoulders, hands down. Okay, or if you watch your mouth, you can pretend you're taking a drink of something. Okay, or you've got ice cream. You're trying to get your hands up and then your hands all the way back down. So if I use my left as an example, I'm bringing it up as high as I can. Okay, now it's kind of stuck there and I need a little bit of help. You can help with that stronger hand. I'm going to pull that away and then I'm going to bring that hand all the way back down on its own. Okay, it really does help if you focus on that hand. Okay, you're telling it you want it to go all the way up, all the way back down. Good, really focus. Good, and then back down. Okay, up as high as it can, and then you're going to help. Okay, so we're going to go all the way down, all the way up. If you have something at home and you do have a bit of grasp and you can hold on to something, you could always put something in your hand and pull it up and back down. You might not want something as heavy as a soup can, but if you have a remote control, a hairbrush, something that, you know, even an empty water bottle, if you can get your hand to grasp and bring it up, right? Good job. Because this is the motion, right? We need to carry bags, to eat, to brush our teeth, to do our hair. You need to get that arm up, okay? So this is what we're practicing, right? Try to get it to our shoulders and back down, right? Okay, don't have to use anything, but if you do have a little bit of grasp and you'd like to hold on to something as you bring it up and down, giving it a little bit extra weight, that's okay too. Good, right? So you're coming up as much as you can, and then you're coming all the way back down, okay? I don't want this, and you're just like this, going all the way down, all the way up, working both sides of the muscles. Good job. Good, okay. Now, I'm just going to use my lap, but you are, if you do have a table nearby, you can also use a tabletop. What we're going to do is we're going to work on opening our forearms, right? And then turning them back over. So this is called what we call like supination. So you're asking for some soup and then pronating is coming back. So it's like palms up to the ceiling, palms down, right? So if I use my left hand as an example, I'm going to try to turn my left hand. Maybe I can get it up halfway, and then my stronger side is going to help stretch it out. This can be painful, so if you can't tolerate full range, just stretch it out to what you can tolerate, okay? Like I mentioned before, this shouldn't be causing added pain, but it really is important that we work on opening up into this position and then coming back down, okay? So you're trying to roll your palm up and then your hand back down. Sometimes if you're able to open your hand, right, you could have the stronger hand on top and then the weaker one flips it over, right? And then you're trying to roll it back. Okay, if your hand's not able to open, that's okay too. If it looks like this, that's okay. You just try to open up as much as you can, and then that stronger hand is going to hold that stretch. You know, if you can tolerate it for 5 seconds, then I want you to let go, and I want that hand to work on coming back on its own. Okay, just like you're working to open up, and then you're stretching it out. Good job. Okay, opening up. Good. Awesome. Okay. Again, you can have your hands on your lap or a table. We're going to work on a little bit of extension at the wrist here, right? So my wrist extension is when the wrist is coming up. Okay, so this is the movement. So you may need some help with that stronger hand. That's okay. Again, just trying to get a little bit there, depending. Everybody's a little bit different. Okay, really trying to get some extension. You can also on your lap and just try to bring a little bit of movement there. If you do it on the side, you can also, like this. See my wrist is moving in and out. So sometimes if you want to try the movement with the stronger side first, and then help that weaker side. Okay, really just trying to open up. Good, good. Okay, see if you can open up your hand a little bit. Use your lap. You can use a ball if needed. Okay, just see if you can open up, trying to get some space into those fingers. Really trying to open, stretch those fingers out. Good. Okay, you really want to focus on those fingers, trying to open them up, extend. Okay, whatever that looks like for you. If you are able to open your hand like this, then I'd like you to practice trying to close those fingers and open them. Close them, open them. So if you, again, you're watching your hand focused and then close, open, close. You can also work on a fist and then trying to extend, right? Making a fist and then opening up. So if you make a fist and then you can open a little bit, maybe the other hand can help. Open up that hand, okay? Fist, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And then relax, trying to open up that hand again. Good, we can do it again. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. Try to open it up. Good. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. Open it up. Good. Just trying to get a little bit of extension into those hands. Good job. All right, we made it. You did a great job. So you have now completed level 1 range of motion exercise video. Please stay tuned. There is a level 1 weight bearing and isometric exercise video that you can also go through. And if you would like any other videos, please continue to follow us on Facebook or log on to our website, www.weCHC.org.